What up, tribe? Let me tell you something. My brain is totally consumed with this CHAT GPT / AI intelligence. But I want to pose a question to you. If artificial intelligence is okay, why isn't Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame? Let me explain. So, people are using CHAT GPT to write papers for them. People are using CHAT GPT to make music. They're using artificial intelligence for all of these things, which I personally think is quite frightening. Here's the general response. People are now investing in AI. Oh, it's hot. Ooh, I'm trying to make $1. Okay, all right. About a month and a half, 2 months ago, Elon Musk said that we should put a moratorium on this so we find out more about artificial intelligence because it can be dangerous, right? Nobody is blaming the individual for using this tool, for utilizing something that is unethical, that undermines our civilization. Nobody's blaming the individual. When it comes to the steroid scandal, when it comes to Balco, when it comes to Barry Bonds, who took this designer, what was later deemed a steroid, but when he took it, it wasn't even detectable, right? It was this fresh stuff that enhanced performance, right? And all of a sudden he's 39 years old hitting like 71 home runs, right? And he's not in the Hall of Fame. Why? Because everybody blames him because he's a cheater, right? Because he should know better, right? Because he's no good, because he robbed the game. How dare he, right? It's about the individual there, but I think that there's more, right? Because with Barry, I think it's because he's a black man. He refused to crawl down on his knees because there are other people who used steroids. There are other people who used the same steroid that he used and have found themselves in the Hall of Fame. But with Barry, it's like, oh, we don't like his attitude. It's you. How dare you? You. It's you. You're wrong, right? With ChatGPT, it's not that same energy. We understand that we don't want to get left behind, right? And it's a new technology. It's not going anywhere. And so let's learn how to work with this. Oh, it's a tool, right? You were never a good writer. You could use this tool and it can give you a product that is better than anything that you've ever created before. By golly, look at the double standard. Because ChatGPT is thinking for us. Don't you all understand that is the objective of any power structure, is to make decisions for you, is to infantilize you, is to do all the critical thinking for you, so you just follow when they want you to follow. So you just be a consumer when they want you to be a consumer. So you just go to war when they ask you to go to war. So you don't ask questions when it is time for you to ask questions. And writing is an art form. Writing is the ability to take everything from all these multiple sources and process it in your brain, think about it, and put it in sentence form. So we have a group of scientists in a lab that have come together and now stated that with their product said that writing is now obsolete. You don't have to learn how to do that anymore. And we're not blaming the students. I'm blaming my students. You should see some of these papers that I get. You know, writing is like fingerprints. Writing is like fingerprint. Everyone has a writing style. Some people struggle with writing, but that's okay. Without struggle, there's no progress, according to Frederick Douglass. So you're going to struggle, right? Like I struggled in math. Some people struggle in writing. That's what it is, but you do the best that you can do to use a part of your brain that you wouldn't normally use. You become a more well-rounded person, okay? And so now we're saying that people, you don't have to struggle. We can do that for you. How frightening is that? So all of my years as an educator, all of my years pursuing writing as a passion and as an art form, we're saying that everything that I try to impart in my students or try to impart into the world when I write something, that no, you don't need to learn how to do that anymore. You don't need to teach that anymore. All you need to do is to use this. There is so much, I want to call it plagiarism, but it's really unethical what's happening, right? with students that are writing things, and I talked about writing being a fingerprint. Like, bro, this does not match up with you, right? This is not something that you would ever create. And not only that, but the technology is not even up to par to catch people who use it. My goodness. So once again, we are playing into this idea that you don't have to use your brain. You are outsourcing your analysis, your ability to analyze, your ability to be a gadfly and ask. You're outsourcing that to a computer run by a corporation that is funded by wealthy people who want to keep you in check. And everybody's okay with this. Oh my God. It's just so bizarre. I am not complicit in this. I am not okay with this. And I know that throughout society, throughout history, you can find people, you can find instances of humans saying these are the last days, right? And this is worse than it's ever been, okay? At this point, though, when this country is involved in a second war, less than 2 years after we lost a 20-year war, and now we're involved in an Eastern European war that I'm going to say that we absolutely don't need to be involved in, when obesity is worse than it's ever been, diabetes is worse than it's ever been, when there is a virus that is killing people, partially due to their obesity, and people are asked to just stay at home and don't leave. and the fast food companies make even more money. I said that before, I'll say that again. And nobody's asking questions. Everyone's just consuming. Everyone's just sleeping. Everyone's just waiting for the right stock to invest in so they can make more money, while we are dying mentally and spiritually, and physically we're worse than we've ever been. But the worst thing that could happen is to let Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. My goodness, y'all. Listen, let me know what you all think about it. Drop something in the comments. Peace tribe. And another one.